The forest is essential for our villages, and it's our own indigenous identity because we have our belief in the forest. In the past, there was a lot of illegal logging, but now logging has reduced because we have a management committee and a forest patrol team that does regular patrolling. The challenge in protecting our land is that there are many offences, some committed by people from other provinces. They work for middlemen who hire them, and they cut down trees and sell the timber. The management committee still has limited capacity, for example, in speaking, educating, and advising people. Before, we did not have funding for forest protection activities, and our forest suffered from a lot of logging. Now, we have support from partner organisations, and our community members love the forest. We patrol our forest, but we can't do it just on foot. If there is logging, we won't be fast enough if we are on foot. Usually, logging happens at dusk. Walking is not an efficient means for forest patrol. So, our partner organisations provide financial support for us to have a patrol team to prevent illegal logging. One of the reasons we lose our forest is forest encroachment. Forest encroachment is an offence committed by people from other provinces. They come and live here temporarily and make their living by encroaching on the forest. Another reason is construction and rock grinding sites. If there's no specific agreement with them, they may clear more forest to expand their area. Second, there are also forest crimes that lead to the loss of our forest. No one else but our community can protect our forest. Local authorities protect the people, so we, community members, protect the forest and our community sites. Partner organisations help us to protect the forest from disappearing, and we have to be self-aware as a community. We can compare, for example, why a forest is disappearing and other communities preserve their forest and what we could do if we had funding like them. That's why we are trying to protect our forest. Forest is first, second is wildlife, third is mountains, fourth is spirit forest. So, we need to protect them. Protect our rivers, waterfalls, wild vegetables, and bamboo for the next generations. Forest is important for members of our community. Some members are poor and don't have houses to live in. They can use wood from the forest to build a house, or build a hog house, or chicken coop. If there are trees and bamboo in our community, our lives are easier. I'm harvesting rattan buds for food and to sell. These two branches, depending whether they are big or small, can sell for 1,000 reals each. Or we can sell by the kilo, which is 4,000 reals per kilogram. We harvest wild honey. In the honey harvesting season, we can harvest 30 kilograms to 50 kilograms per trip. And 1 kilogram is sold for between 40,000 and 60,000 reals. Resin is 3,000 reals per kilogram. Mushrooms are around 9,000 reals. Bamboo is used for weaving baskets and kettles and building poultry coops. Besides bamboo shoots, we can make baskets, hoes, machetes, or axe handles. They can be used for multiple purposes. When I was young, the forest had a lot of wildlife. I can't recall them all. They included elephants, reindeers, bantangs, wild boars, deer, pythons, cobras, birds, hornbills, etc. Now, the forest doesn't have many big trees. There are still some food products, like rattan buds, bamboo shoots, kaya tomatoes, and mushrooms that we can find. Different kinds of mushrooms, like pock mushrooms and chaw mushrooms. But if we continue to lose big trees, we won't be able to harvest these resources anymore. With them, we can raise pigs and chickens to sell. We grow some vegetables to complement our rice production. I'm raising a few pigs. When they produce more piglets, I can sell them and get the money to buy essentials like rice, salt, and seasoning. And we can also butcher them for meat for our consumption. Women really play a very important role in the protection of natural resources. Women benefit from and are the ones who use natural resources from the community forest, as our community forest offers a lot of non-timber forest products that can support their family income. They can reduce expenses. In particular, they can find traditional medicines in our natural forest. These are medicines without toxins, which they have used to treat their family members since the time of their ancestors. In terms of time required for women to participate, sometimes they are engaged in farming activities or busy selling at home. Besides, they take time to help patrol our community forest. Because we have many members, we can take turns. If one member is busy, they can attend to their personal matters first, and when they have time, they can join the patrol activities to protect the community forest for us all. We face many challenges in our forest patrol. First, we think that there are many forest crimes committed. Second, there is an issue of young drug addicts. We don't see them using drugs, but we see evidence of drug use. Third, they have powerful people supporting them and give them orders to do the forest crimes. And finally, we report to local authorities based on forest patrols, but they don't intervene immediately. So, These are the challenges for our Community Management Committee. Support for the protection of our community forest comes from partner organisations. They provide small funds for forest patrols, which can be used for gas, for motorbikes and meals. Some partner organisations also provide material and equipment for our forest patrols, like boots, coats, backpacks with water bottles, hammocks, tents, tent roofs, raincoats. And also medicines that we can use when we get ill. Our mobile phone is important. In the community, when we do any activity, we may need it. For example, to take photos when patrolling. Now, I'd like to show you how to lock the phone, so you have security when using it. If your phone is stolen, you won't lose your documents. There is a password from 8 to 12 digits with a mix of letters, numbers, and special characters. Another thing is Google Photos. When we take photos, capturing any activities, even if we lose the phone, or if it's broken or falls into water. We won't lose any of the photos because the phone uploads the photos into Google. To patrol our community forest safely, we have to first cooperate with local authorities, and secondly, with park rangers. This is a logging offence. It's a mango tree. It's quite big, about 50 to 70 centimetres in diameter and about 50 to 60 metres tall. Loggers cut it down at night. We, the community members, don't know about offences committed at night, and we dare not interrupt them at night either because there's less protection for us at night. That's why we are trying to protect and advocate for local authorities to participate in protecting the forest, together with us. We can protect our female members, and authorities are like our parents. They participate and have more information and more experience than us. There was forest encroachment by 30 families from the Community Management Committee and local authorities. They cut down trees without permission. It was lawless. Later, local authorities decided to let them do it as they are also living in the community. However, these families did not cooperate with our committee. It was just an individual decision from the village commune council. To resolve the issues, the Ministry and Provincial Department of Environment came to inspect the site and remove shelter that used to guard their forest farms once. But that did not stop these families from committing further cutting of trees, and the village commune authorities did not intervene. Who should be in charge? Later, the Ministry of Environment came to inspect the site and instructed them not to clear any more of the forest. Then, we advised them not to grow long-term plants. They can grow, for example, peas, but not plants like banana or mango. After that, we made an agreement with the 30 families, prepared by the authorities, stating that they can only grow short-term crops, but not long-term crops. With all issues in our natural protected area, when there's a problem, we make intervention request letters to provide information to the authorities and to the director of the wildlife sanctuary. We continue to the ministry if it's serious, and an official of the ministry will come to intervene for us. For the cooperation between the community and the local authorities like myself, we have our monthly meetings with the village commune authorities, the so-called commune council meetings. In these meetings, community members can participate and raise any needs or difficulties in their community. For example, they can report on illegal logging for the meeting to discuss and find solutions. Some also seek cooperation with local authorities, like filing a complaint against a perpetrator or logger. Another part of our cooperation is that local village commune authorities sign off on the community's internal rules, statute, and management plan. All of that is something we think is the good cooperation for the protection of our forest. I hope that with our community management, the forest will not deteriorate, but will be protected and further grow in the future. We want to establish an ecotourism site so we have more people here and make food. Our forest will not suffer any loss because perpetrators will be afraid of us when they hear that we are a community forestry. It's not just for the benefit of any one person. It is being managed by 3 or 4 villages together. So, when they hear that we are a community forestry, they can't encroach. I hope that we will not lose any more forest. I really hope so, 100%.